Doctor,
Go ahead.
thanks for taking a few minutes. We're going to talk to other doctors who are considering the Power program. And they don't want to hear from MGE about MGE. They want to hear from actual clients. So first, to confirm, I have not paid you. There's no incentivization for this. This is actually pretty impromptu. I just pulled you in here a couple minutes ago.
I don't tell them about the $1,000 you gave me?
Well, we'll edit that part out.
That's just a joke. Dan did not give me anything, and I'm really happy to be here to share my journey and the journey of my partners with MGE.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about that journey. What was the before picture like?
Most people, you have to draw them to an ABC program, and then they come and attend an ABC program. And then you're like, please join this Power program. You'll get a lot more out of it. Our story is a little different. When we came to MGE in 2016, my partner and I, Dr. Alexander and I, we were at Sabri's door saying, please sign us up for the Power program. Please sign us up. It was hilarious. And she said, okay, let me just check your CEO, your finances, and if you'll qualify. And it was very different. And the reason for that is we both see things in a very similar fashion. We had a vision of opening a multidisciplinary practice, high ethics, delivering quality care with a lot of education built in. That was the mission statement of the office, is to provide exceptional care. But we didn't know anything about business. So we opened a huge multi-million-dollar practice, with the highest technology available. We didn't know how to run it, and each of us were working in different offices for the rest of the week, and we were there in our office only a couple of days a week, and I used to go there at that time only one day. Now I've expanded to 2 days. 1 day is admin, 1 day is work. We didn't know how to run it. So we were putting $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 out of our pockets to run payroll every month.
Oh my gosh.
And we were not taking a penny out. So we were in deep doo-doo.
How long did that go on for? Like, how long was it like that?
We opened the practice on April, and then we were here in the summer because we realized very quickly that how much life insurance money do I have, how much savings do I have that I can actually start withdrawing and putting into the practice. We knew it was really going to get to the point, at some point, it's going to affect us.
Right.
Fortunately, we both are people of immense belief, that everything happens for a reason, and I think MGE happened to us for a reason. This happened because we could come to MGE and we could actually learn. You were not telling us what to do, you were teaching us what to do. And that made the difference. In not only just to improve our financial situation, but for us to start thinking on rational lines. If you do this, you will get that. That, I think, is the biggest thing that we picked up from MGE, is there is science to everything that you do. If the person picking up the phone doesn't say hello like they mean it, right there you've lost it.
Right. Wow. And tell us what it's like today, in contrast to that earlier stage.
Well, we still have our people coming in, people going out. That part hasn't changed, but earlier that would shake us up. Now we're like, okay, so all right, this happened, so what do we do now? From what we have learned, how do we apply? And even coming on this trip, it's been me and my partner are here, and we're sitting and doing the game plan. Okay, so how do we go about making a change from this point to get over this present situation that we have, and then what is the longer approach to this situation that we have so we can get back to where we are, where we were continuing to grow. So from putting money into the practice, now we are taking money out of the practice on a monthly basis, and that itself is a tremendous thing that has happened. And we are doing well. We are meeting our goals. And especially, I'll share with you, since you asked me, we invited Marcus to come to our office.
Okay.
And for those people who may not know who Marcus is just an amazing asset that MGE has, who teaches you some of the very basic things in life that we sometimes brush things aside. Communication is what Marcus teaches us about. And I've attended a seminar before, but attending the seminar for the second time, and now having the maturity and the awareness and the intention has changed so much. My communication is, suddenly it's like went from here to there. And the intention of wanting to help has always been there in my life.
Right.
But it's taken on a new meaning now. And that, I think, is just priceless. What we paid Marcus, we could pay him so many times more for that, for giving us something that's priceless, that you can take with you no matter where you go. That is just amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And let's talk about that. I mean, your practice increase of numbers, viability, it sounds like it's gone in a very good direction.
It has. It has. We still have our challenges, with people leaving, but like I said earlier, but overall the practice is in the right direction, it's headed in the right direction.
Fantastic.
And we're just about to sign us up for a 3-year program to include all the staff. Because one thing I realize is we are busy with our patients. We've built a great rapport with the patients. We've learned to care for them, to really care for them.
Sure.
And that is coming across to them. And they are saying, yes, we want to go ahead. They are saying that now, just like Dr. Alexander and I were in somebody's door saying that, please sign me up. My patients earlier that I had to earlier convince them now don't have the money, but they want to figure out how to arrange the money to get the work done because they've understood that my putting some implants for them at the back of the mouth is going to prevent them from breaking more teeth. That's been happening often now. It's nothing about looks, it's about function.
Sure.
And you start using your front teeth to chew your food, which the back teeth are supposed to do. You're going to lose your front teeth.
Right.
But now it's the other way around. And I'm not going in, but I'm educating them. And I've learned to educate them better. I've learned to communicate them better. I put away this fact that, you're my patient, you need to like me. No. I'm the expert in this field. I'm here to educate you. That's my role.
And properly, in a fashion that I can have as a patient.
Correct.
But to really get those roles understood clearly and properly.
That's exactly what it is.
Nice.
It's exactly what it is. By examples, by models, by pictures, by drawings, things that we think we needed to do only with children,
Right.
we are actually doing it with adults.
Right.
But they are understanding it now. Because earlier we thought, because I said something that you got it. Now I don't assume that. I ascertain by asking my patient, I know I said a lot here.
That's great.
Can you tell me what is it that you understood from what I said? And then I just shut my mouth and sit and wait.
And now you know what level of understanding they got from what you said or didn't get.
Absolutely.
And then you act accordingly.
Absolutely.
Straight out of the book, exactly what you've learned.
I mean, it's really, I tell you, if there is anything anyone is going to take away from being here, is you're going to develop an awareness of yourself, of your staff, of your patients. And awareness is the key to life. If I know how I'm going in to the office as a business owner, as an executive, as a surgeon, what's my tone level with which I'm stepping into the office? Because I'm going to carry the whole team with me. If I'm going there with stuff in my head, how is my team going to respond? How is the patient going to respond? Because it's not just the words. It's the energy that I carry, the energy that you carry, that builds the affinity between us. So the awareness, I think, is the key.
I love that.
And that, I think, is what we have built. It's always, like John put it, this knowledge that you're giving us is actually within us. But what MGE allows us is to bring it out from within in a way, in a fashion that we understand it and we can implement it. And I think that's really what it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome. You were mentioning that you're you're getting on board with the 3-year program, and tell me a little bit about what's prompting that, what you've observed as in the office, how that's going to help.
See, just having that Marcus come one time brought so many of my staff to tears. They learned something one day, simple communication. That is, when somebody else is speaking, that I have to listen and understand. What Marcus uses the term duplicate, right? They went home and practiced it. The next day, Marcus asked them, so tell me about your experience. There were so many people who were breaking down. I'm like, oh my God.
What were the stories? What were they talking about?
It's just them going home and talking with their spouses, like they were talking with their spouses for the first time, and listening to what the spouse had to say. And when they gave that undivided attention to the spouse, they are now ending up taking the spouse out for dinner. The chemistry between them, they've been married for years, changed. One of my employees has a challenged child. She learned to communicate. Usually the calls don't go well, but she was able to ask a question with the intention of wanting to listen to what he had to say. And he spoke, which was not happening before. All from a communication seminar. So we partners, we talked, and we said, if that one visit with Marcus can make so much change, how much change will it bring about in all our employees when they are trained? If you're the only one who knows how to ride a horse, how does it help everybody else who needs to learn how to ride a horse? So I think that is the reason why we are almost ready to sign the 3-year contract, so that all the staff can benefit from this. And I don't care if they don't stay with us, but no matter where they go, they're better citizens. They know how to communicate better. They're always going to be thankful that they learned something that they're able to apply in their lives.
100%. Better parents.
Absolutely.
Better kids, better brothers, better sisters.
Better citizens, better communities, better country, whatever, you know.
Right.
They're going to be positively contributing.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, the 3-year program that Dr. Srini is referring to is basically an all-you-can-eat training program where you can train all your staffs, junior managers, etc. Doctor, last thing I want to ask you. Now, you're a little bit different position than when you came in. You were really looking for help and knocking on our door rather than the other way around. But having gone through what you've gone through and knowing that there are people out there sitting on the fence about MGE, the Power Program, do I trust these guys? Should I do it? Is it worthwhile? What would be your communication to these doctors?
I would say don't think twice about it. Every penny you invest at MGE, you will take so much more out of it. Financially, and more than financially, like I said, that you will develop this awareness of how to be happy yourself. If you learn how to be happy yourself, you'll take your whole team with you. And MGE will teach you the skills to develop it. Instead of being upset at somebody, it'll teach you the skills to identify why that person was not able to do what you're asking them to do. And to make you aware, what is it you need to do to make your office successful? Instead of always thinking that my success depends on these 5 people who are around me. It'll teach you what you need to do. Not only you'll be successful at home, at work, you'll make your whole office a very positive place that people all want to come to. Is that a good reason?
I think it's the best reason.
Yeah.
Doctor, thank you for the time. I'm so glad to see you again. So glad that you're expanding and doing well, and I'm just going to watch this space because I think there's more to come.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.